Good evening. A couple of minutes late here, sorry. Hi, Ginger and Alyssa. Thanks for being here. Christiane. Hello, Christiane. Nice to see you in the middle of the night in Germany. Hi, Chloe, JB. Thank you for being here. Great to see you. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. Thanks. Thanks for being here, Kim. Looks like there are a few moths at the sheet tonight. No midges. Temperature is around 64 degrees Fahrenheit. No wind. Clear skies. A bit of high cloud, actually. Hi, Ryan. How's it going? I just sent you a message a moment ago. I didn't get much accomplished on your video there, but at least I found the link. I thought I had lost the link, but then I realized I could retrieve it in my history because your link is unlisted. So anyway, I'll get around to it. Sorry I didn't get much done today, but I'll get it tomorrow. All right, we'll turn the light on. See who's here. It's a pale beauty to start off with. Ginger would like to know what the wild yellow snapdragons really are. Oh, I saw those in Ryan's video too. I think one of the common names for that plant is toadflax. When I get to it in the video tomorrow, I'll look it up, but I think it's toadflax. I've been seeing some in flower actually in our yard too. They don't grow very tall. Okay, Ryan, you checked that on Google? Good. So, pale beauty to start off with. This is, darn, it flew. It was a new moth for us. Hopefully it'll come back. Oh, it's back already. See if we can, it's right here. I think this is a mint borer. Mint borer. B-O-R-E-R. Which we haven't seen before. It's actually a pretty common moth in late summer. Yep, mint borer without an E on the end, Ginger. Perfect. Yeah, the wing edges look really frilly, don't they? I never noticed that before as a feature of the species, but maybe it is. A white-banded toothed carpet that just flew there. It's right here. Oh, sorry. White-banded toothed carpet. And our good friend the arched hooktip. Hello, Iris. Great to see you. I guess you couldn't sleep tonight, so you've come to join us. That's so nice. Such a pleasure to have you here, Iris. Thank you so much. And Christiane, and everyone else. It's a little leaf hopper of some kind there. There are some midges tonight, but not big numbers. Not a problem. It's a worn common gluphisia. Oh, here's a nice dagger over here. What is this one? This is a pretty large dagger. It's got some nice bold black markings on it. Should be easy to identify. My first thought was ochre, O-C-H-R-E, ochre dagger, but I don't think it is, but it's probably very closely related to the ochre dagger. I think the ochre dagger has some buffy yellow coloration around the thorax. This one doesn't seem to have that. So I'm pretty sure we can put a name on this pretty quickly once I get to Moth Photographers Group. I'll just stick a fingernail in there for size. Fingernail. Look at the little micro moth here on my finger. Amazing size difference. My fingernail is 12 millimeters wide. So my fingernail, the nail itself, not the finger, but the nail is 12 millimeters wide, about half an inch. So looks like it's about 1.5 inches long. Beautiful, beautiful moth. I should know the name of that. Probably. A gypsy moth here on the board, a male gypsy moth, also called spongy moth. Gotta love those antennae. Down here is bristly cutworm. We saw one of these last night, but the one last night didn't have any green on it. They almost always have these green touches in the big spot there in the middle of the wing and also up near the thorax. Bristly cutworm. Three-line leaf roller. There's another mint borer right there. Another three-line leaf roller. This is Zestia dolosa. I don't think this has a common name. So the scientific name is Zestia dolosa. More flame-shouldered dart in there. Another look at the dagger. I hear a couple of warblers overhead calling. I hear Nita barking. A few minutes after we ended the stream last night, there was a great chorus of coyotes calling here. Here's, oh, remember this one, Alyssa? Ginger, that was, it flew off. That was Julia's Dicey Malomia. Dicey. Yeah, Nita's doing really good. She's just full of life today. But you know, we Dicey Malomia. That's it. Julia's Dicey Malomia. We know we could lose her any day now. She's over 13 years old. So every minute with her is a blessing, really. But she's recovered really well from her last series of seizures. So we're really happy about that. This is a divided Olitrudes. Divided Olitrudes. We've seen that one a few times. Ooh, I see there's an underwing moth in there. It looks like it might be stuck. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh, got out and it flew away. And I'm not sure what species it was, but it doesn't matter. At least it got away. Occasionally larger moths get in behind the fluorescent light and they kind of get wedged in and they can't get out. I've never lost one in there, but I've seen them stuck in there a number of times. This is called the one speck, but I can't remember. It's got a second name. It's got an alternate name. One speck is one of the common names for it because it has one white spot in the middle of the wings, but it's gone in behind the sheet now, so you just have to take my word for it. There's the Julia's Dicymolomia. And that's the lower one, the Dicymolomia. The upper one is the codling moth, species from Europe that's been introduced in North America. Over on this side, there's a black zigzag here. We haven't seen many of these recently. Of course, we haven't done much streaming recently. There's a pink-barred glyph up here. Very worn one. Bits and pieces of its wings are missing. Pretty sad looking pink-barred glyph. It's a related fruitworm moth. Amazing pattern. Looks nice and fresh. Another gypsy moth here, another male. You know, I had the feeling, I should know this, but I think gypsy moth is another introduction from Europe. But it's very widespread all over North America and feeds on a wide variety of deciduous trees and bushes and shrubs. And sometimes the populations get a little wacky, out of control, and they do cause some damage. So they have a bad reputation with foresters. I hear something pretty large. Oh, it's the underwing moth again. Maybe the same one that was here earlier. I think it's, let's see if it settles down here. There it is. That's the bay underwing. Stop for a moment. Right back in the same spot, so probably the same individual. I don't know why it wants to go in there. Okay, he's out. Just see if he will settle down somewhere. There's a Baltimore snout down here. Baltimore snout. And remember this one from last night. A black rimmed prominent. Sorry the lighting isn't the best there, but there, that's better. Flame-shouldered dart in the foreground. And this is, that was the an aquatic crambid, same one we saw last night. Not sure, positive of the name, but I think it feeds, the caterpillar feeds on water lilies. Here's a looper of some kind. This looks like the common looper, which is actually a new one for us. It's a very common species. I don't know why we haven't seen one yet, but we're seeing one now. A common looper. Preparing to fly away. It's a common gluphisia in the center, the moth, and a caddisfly on the right there. Caddisfly with very long antennae. His wings are vibrating so fast now, it's just amazing. Just like a helicopter before they take off there, and there he goes. We'll take a look over here on the shingles and on the side of the sheet, on the right side. I think that's in the genus Zanclognatha, but I don't know what species it is. That's Apodamus alveolana, Apodamus alveolana. I saw a few of those last night, and we've been seeing them for quite a while now. Oh, here's, I think this is called northern pine looper. It's a little bit overexposed. Maybe I can darken it a bit with this card. This is related to the gray spruce looper that we see quite often. I think the common name is northern pine looper. It's a sort of a medium-sized moth. There's my 12mm wide fingernail. And up above him, not sure who that is. Some kind of a geometer, not sure the species. Who else do we have here? It's the spotted grass moth. Another one that's overexposed. can see a lot more pattern when I put a white card up to it. This is the large yellow underwing. Pretty dark form of the large yellow underwing. Some more flame-shouldered darts over there. Here's another pink-barred glyph. And this one is called the common hypa, H-Y-P-P-A, hypa, H-Y-P-P-A, common hypa. I think we saw a few of these earlier in the summer. They have 2 generations per year, so this is probably the 2nd generation now. Reticulated fruitworm moth and flame-shouldered dart. And who's this? This is, I think, let me see if I can get a better look at it. Yeah, this is a curved-toothed geometer. It's a new one for us. Pretty large moth, curved-toothed geometer. That's it, Ginger. Here's another large yellow underwing, much paler form than the one we saw earlier. I think that's a lesser maple spanworm. Baltimore snout. Our black rim prominent is still here. Black rim prominent. Common gluphisia there. I hear a thrush going over. There are thrushes that migrate this early in August. Veery is one example. And I guess the first Swainson's thrushes could be migrating south now. This is the dark spotted paltus. It just flew off. This is the, I just remember I've been calling this a mint borer, but it's actually the mint root borer. We've seen several of these tonight. Sorry about the mix-up with the name. It just came to me that it's mint root borer. And sweet fern geometer. Another sweet fern geometer. And white-toothed carpet, white-banded tooth carpet, sorry. White-banded tooth carpet moth. This beautiful dagger is still here. Looking forward to looking this up. And what else? There's our bay underwing is hiding under the sheet there. Don't know if he's going to show us his underwings. Probably not. See, he's already missing some scales on his head, thorax. Yeah. He just flew. Hopefully you got a glimpse of the orange and black underwings. That's pale beauty there on the shingles. Overexposed. Another sweep across the sheet here. Big old crane fly up here. Now the crane fly is down here. We used to call those daddy long legs when they got in the house, these crane flies. I think anything with really long legs we used to call daddy long legs. There's a micro moth. It's a little different. You have a spider that you call daddy long legs. There's a group of spider-like insects that are called harvestmen that have a pretty small round body, just like one round body without a separate head and thorax and abdomen like spiders have, and very, very long legs. And I know we used to call those daddy long legs as well, even though they're very different from crane flies. A lot of people think harvestmen are spiders just because of their long legs and the way they walk. But if I remember correctly, they're not even closely related to spiders. Oh, a fairly large moth came in there. Not sure what it was. Here's Pale Beauty up here. Remember to look for those little calipers that replace the rear wings on most flies. Just a little stem with a tiny bulb on the end. Okay, I don't see anything else new here. Another crane fly down there. Take another look over here. It's the genus Zanclognatha again. Maybe the same one we saw earlier. And one final look over on the shingles here to the right of the moth sheet. Common buzz still there. Gypsy moth is still there. Another gypsy moth here. Our northern pine looper is still here. Pretty much the same ones that were here earlier. It's a caddisfly, a new caddisfly. It just came in. Darn. That little micro moth went underneath that shingle. It was a really interesting pattern. Oh well, we can't get them all. I don't want to go digging in there and cause them any harm. Well, this is another aquatic crambid. I think this one is called the water lily borer. Caterpillars also feed on water lily, like the paler one that we saw earlier. That's it, Ginger. Thank you. And they're all species we've looked at already. Sweet fern geometer. I was expecting there to be more leaf hoppers tonight, but maybe it's a little bit cool. Well, there's one there. The plain small green one. Gone. Another one up here. apparently we have probably at least 300 species of leafhoppers just here in New Brunswick. I've photographed about 60 species on the moss sheet here. I think this is a filbert worm moth here, if I'm seeing it correctly. Yep, that's a filbert worm moth that probably feeds on hazelnut. A large moth just came in. It flew again. I think it's a large yellow underwing. It's one of the paler forms. A little caddisfly here. Pretty long antenna. A codling moth at the top. That's a moth in the genus Hydrelia. That's a type of carpet moth. Ooh, there's a nice bark louse. Pretty neat pattern on this guy. Bark louse, not sure exactly what species. Pretty distinctive pattern on the wings, so I'm sure we could get a name for it. I hear some more thrushes calling. I'm just seeing Ryan's comment there. Great idea. This is an aquatic crambid that we saw earlier. We've seen two species of aquatic crambids tonight, both of which I think feed on water lily. That's moth o'clock somewhere. Our bark louse. Oh, he flew. All right, well, I don't see anything else at the moment. Oh, here's an unmarked dagger that just flew in. Okay, so credit for that goes to Alyssa. Unmarked dagger moth. This one's unmarked, but this one sure isn't here. Could rename the stream. Here I am sneaking back to the other side again. Some kind of an idia, very worn. I won't try to put a name on it. Here's the other aquatic crambid that's much darker. I'm pretty sure this one is called water lily borer, as I mentioned a few minutes ago when we first saw it. Black rim prominent, still prominent as ever. Apples falling from the tree beside me. If you have headphones on, you probably are hearing them. About every 10 minutes or so, one falls. And last look on the shingles. Nothing new. So I think we'll call it a night. Oh, the yellow-collared scape moth just arrived. Yellow-collared scape moth. Oh, there's an underwing flying around here. Could be the bay underwing that was hiding back here. I don't see it back here anymore. Oh, it flew away, that's right. I hassled it till it flew away. Oh well. Thank you, everyone. Great to see so many people here. I see, according to YouTube, there are 12 people here at the moment, so that's amazing. Alyssa and Ginger, thank you so much for your superb job of typing and moderating and helping me so much during the daytime as well. Iris, I don't know if you're still there, and Christiane, but thank you so much for watching. What a pleasure to have people from Germany watching us in the middle of the night. JB and Chloe, thanks so much. Always appreciate having you guys here. I don't know what I'm going to do if you're not here some night. I'll have to cancel. Ryan, thanks a lot for being here. And I'll get at your insects and plants tomorrow. Kim, all the best to you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're well in Edmonton. Oh, there's Robin again. Hi, Robin. I'm sending love right back to you, Robin. Thank you so much for being here again tonight. So nice to see you. Sorry, I'm just looking through the chat here to make sure I don't miss somebody. I'm always paranoid I'm going to miss someone. They're going to be Angry. Well, I think I've got everyone. If not, I'm very sorry. And please hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Appreciate it. Iris, my pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you. And Christiane, I hope you two can get some sleep now, or some more sleep. Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Chloe, are you sure about that? Thanks so much. Good night, Ginger. Good night, Christiane. Bye-bye, everyone.